Hey guys, Joe here at ECRM's convenience program in Vegas, and I'm here with Alan from Yesway. Alan, thank you for joining us.
Joe, thank you. It's good to be here.
So Alan was one of the moderators of the Thought Interaction Pods, and his discussion was on boosting sales in the convenience channel. So before we get into takeaways from the discussion, can you talk a little bit about Yesway and your role in the company?
Of course. So I'm the merchandising and procurement manager at Yesway. And Yesway consists of a little over 110 stores based in West Des Moines, Iowa. And we just recently acquired a convenience store chain based in Clovis, New Mexico, Allsups.
Oh, good. So you're expanding your
So
region.
we're very much expanding,
Okay.
and we're very excited about bringing together two great companies. I think it's going to be an exciting journey ahead.
Cool. I'm
And
looking
so-
forward to seeing that.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, so your topic was in growing sales.
Yes.
All right, so give an overview, like just a little flavor of what the discussion was at the table.
Yeah, so we discussed a variety of different things when it comes to how do we increase sales in the store. And so we talked about several examples of ways in doing that,
Yep.
such as merchandising. We talked about loyalty, how loyalty plays into the entire platform of sales. And so it was just a very open discussion between a variety of vendors and retailers.
Yep.
We had a retailer from Europe,
Okay.
which was very interesting to hear his perspective, which is slightly different in certain respects. And then we also talked about just some really collaborative discussion on that topic.
All right, so to dig in, you mentioned merchandising. What are some of the things that they discussed and how merchandising would help boost sales?
Yeah, so as you know, merchandising is critical in C-stores. And so we had a vendor who shared with us some examples. And one of those examples was around produce.
Really? Okay.
In produce, it's a very challenging category, and want to make sure that the produce is as fresh as it can be, and it's selling well. And so some of the ways that she provided examples of, what are some strategic ways in making sure that produce turns quickly.
Yeah.
And so she gave examples of strategically placing it in the store where the customer can just really quickly identify it. And because of some of the fixtures that she has available to retailers, she saw a incremental increase in sales.
Huh. And we actually had another roundtable that was talking about healthy foods and the impact and the growth of it and the challenge also. You mentioned a challenge because convenience stores are not necessarily known as a place for fresh food and produce.
Exactly.
So I would guess merchandising and that visibility is an important part.
Very much so. And so as a company, as a C-store retailer, healthy is definitely a trend that we're seeing, especially as we see millennials becoming a very important segment of the population, and they're looking for healthy options.
Yeah.
And so we want to make sure that fruit is visible and it looks really fresh, and hopefully increase sales for that category.
Yep. What about placement within the store?
Yeah, so placement, we talked about placement in a variety of different products, but since we're talking about fruit, one of the examples was merchandising it in a clear bowl. And that really gives the customer a clear view of the product, and it just grabs their attention.
Actually, that's a good idea. I haven't seen anybody doing that over by me, but I think
And I took
that'll work.
that same, that was my same reaction.
Yeah.
And, a great idea, and so I think we'll go ahead and I'll talk to others on our team back at Yesway and Allsups and maybe implement some of these ideas.
Cool.
And also an important part of merchandising is to make sure that the counter at their cash register, that's a very important part of the store. And based on some of the discussions that we had, there's some really good examples how we can better make use of that space.
Yeah. Well, because you have a lot of good real estate, a lot of high traffic.
Absolutely.
Everyone's going there.
Absolutely.
So. But the only thing is you're limited.
Very
so you
much
have
so.
to be kind of creative.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and then you mentioned before we started shooting the video that also another way to increase sales is cutting costs. And one of the people at the table had a unique way of, interesting way of doing it.
That's right, Joe. The gentleman from Europe who had many C-stores across the Atlantic.
Yep.
He gave an example of eliminating coupons. They were spending a lot of money on coupons, and they really weren't getting the impact that they truly wanted.
Yeah.
So they eliminated those types of marketing tools and went to a very strategic, simple, easy pricing strategy.
Okay.
And through that, they saw their sales increase. They eliminated the coupons and all the different aspects of producing coupons and mailing them, not seeing the returns on
Yeah.
those particular coupons. And the strategic pricing strategy really was a true improvement to their bottom line.
Cool.
And so, again, great conversation.
Yep.
And I think the overall perception of the TIPS discussion was really a good precept to this entire conference.
So, yeah, you mentioned you were able to take some of those ideas and keep them in the back of your mind as you were doing your meetings.
Absolutely. So it was a great way to start the next 2.5 days meeting with vendors. It really allowed us to keep an open mind and to think about some of those things that we discussed in the TIPS discussion and really apply it when we spoke with vendors throughout the next day or two.
And it even gave you an idea of going to merchandising solutions one night.
Absolutely. So yes, and yeah, I didn't realize signing up for this particular program, the merchandising session. And so next time I will definitely take a closer look at that and make sure that I'm signed up for, if not one, maybe 2 programs.
Well, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you again for moderating the tip discussion.
My pleasure, Joe.
And I look forward to seeing how everything progresses with the acquisition.
Thank you so
So,
much. I
thank
appreciate
you.
that. Thank you,
All right.
Joe.